I'm sitting here in the RSL club with Greg, and we've just talked about a whole range of issues, but I'll probably get you to focus, Greg. What are some of your thoughts at the moment from a state government perspective around rail? It seems to be an issue you're very passionate about.
We need to reopen all the railway lines here, especially the Malong line back to Dubbo. We need to put convert buses to put them on so people can travel into the smaller towns. When the patronage grows, we expand the trains.
Yep.
We need trains that leave at night time from Dubbo, midnight, getting into Sydney in the morning and leaving after tea at 7 o'clock at night, getting back into midnight.
So people can have a full day in Sydney, for example.
Full day in Sydney and sleeping, yes.
Yeah. And certainly the idea you talk about there with, say, small commuter trains, there's a huge amount of traffic on the road between Dubbo and Narromine and Dubbo and Wellington. And imagine taking some of that off and having small carriages, as you describe them, buses with train wheels on them, having that as a small commuter service running there. I think people would be really keen to see that.
In the 1920s, 30s, all the way up to the 1960s. They run buses with train wheels on the branch lines.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, trains have the right of way.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's smoother, you're not being bounced around.
Yeah.
People can sit back and read the newspaper, they can do their study on their tablet.
Yep.
It's more comfortable.
And just that amount of traffic on the road between Dubbo, as I said, Narromine, Dubbo and Wellington, every morning, if you go out there any time around, say, 8 till 9:30, huge amount of traffic out there.
Well, we actually need all the branch lines open so they can put rail terminals out, send out the freight trains and have gantry trains and lift everything off, then put it onto trucks. Yeah. We don't need B doubles, we need normal semi-trailers like they used to be. Yeah,
and certainly I think this state, for whatever reason, has turned its back to a large extent on rail. I think rail is something that our forefathers built incredible railway lines, and we seem to have just forgotten about them.
My grandfather's been down to God since 1970s, and I remember when I was a little kid, he used to work on the railway, so he did a lot of it by hand.
Yeah.
They went and dug all those train lines by hand. They didn't have machines, horse and cart.
Yep. And now it's a shame when you see those trees and shrubs growing up in the middle of railway lines.
It makes you want to cry.
Yeah, no, it does seem sad. So the other thing we've been talking about a little bit has been roads, and some of your thoughts on roads.
Well, we need to do a road coming out from behind the Dubbo Zoo before you get to the Dubbo Zoo, coming across. I can't think of the name of the street.
Out Oberley Road there.
Oberley Road, coming out and up through Wheelers Lane, past the showground of that one, straight up past Fletcher's and continue on and meet up at Brocklehurst.
So it'd be fair to say that the current River Street Bridge option the state government's proposed, you're not in favour of that?
Hopeless. Actually, Andrew Street, under the roundabout, we need 2 lanes as underpass, so the traffic can continue to flow.
And certainly that intersection, that Andrew Street intersection, is very busy. Again, that congestion you see first thing in the morning.
Yes.
And 95% of that traffic is local, only 5% of that is highway traffic going through.
And the other thing is Brisbane Street needs a big oval roundabout there because of the dog's leg there.
Yeah, it's a funny intersection, that one, isn't it?
It's dangerous. There's been accidents there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Anyway, it's been good chatting. Thanks, Greg. I appreciate your time, and certainly the thoughts that you've got. This is a really important thing for me to get around and talk to people and hear what people have got to say. And there's no doubt some of the thoughts that you've got are being echoed by many people around the electorate.
Well, we've already got a lot of our hospitals fixed up from the previous government. A lot of the schools have been fixed up, but we need to fix up public transport.
Yeah.
We need to fix up our roads and probably increase some better street lighting like they do in Sydney and George Street.
And if we want to attract people from major areas, the Sydneys and the Melbournes and the Brisbanes of the world, we need to make sure we've got that transport and those transport linkages there.
I mean, we need to build it like Canberra was, like a smaller inland city.
Well, we are a city here.
Yeah, but it's like a country town.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other places where they've got train lines going through, like Horsham in Victoria got overpasses and underpasses. That's Horsham in Victoria's used to be the same population as Dubbo, but Dubbo's outwounded.
Well, and we do have unprecedented funds with the state government at the moment, with poles and wires money, with Snowy Mountains money, with GST money. We've got huge amounts of money in state coffers. And if we get someone out here who can argue for the electorate rather than spend money on Stadia in Sydney, spend money on light rail in Sydney, and get that money spent out here.
Well, and every dollar returned from the GST paid here should go back into this area. And all the traffic fines for each 25 k's out the highway, all that money needs to be kept to go back into road use here. Instead of being put into that normal government revenue back in Sydney
I think it's fair to say that we're not getting our fair share, and even the government themselves have said that we should have been receiving 30% in regional, and we're receiving anywhere between 17 and 19%, and that's from the government themselves.
Well, why are we paying taxes the same as everybody else? We're not getting our services back. Yeah. It's unfair on the people.
No. We need someone in Parliament arguing for this electorate and putting forward the best foot for this electorate. Yes. Yeah. So what do you think my chances of being that person are?
Well, I want you to be in. I want you to be in. And I don't like the existing party, what they've done. Troy Grant's made promises about bridges. The Parks bypass, nothing's happened. The only thing they've done is the Toowoomba bypass. There's no more overtaking lanes been done between Dubbo and Tom Hingley. People are more comfortable to travel on a 4-lane highway, 2 lanes of overtaking instead of 2 lanes each direction. Yeah. It stops accidents, people overpassing. Yep. You feel a lot more Wheelers Lane, you feel a lot more comfortable travelling on 2 lanes instead of down Cobra Street 1 lane each way. Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, I'll be hopefully getting in there, Greg, and I'll be doing my best to argue for this electorate. And the faith that people like yourself are putting in me, then I want to be able to reward that faith and get in there and really get this electorate on the map.
Well, I'm prepared to help you do whatever you need to.
All right. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate your time, mate.